Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. This is the day after Record Store Day. I went out yesterday, our local store I go to in Boneless Music in South Portland, Maine. They opened at 8 o'clock. I got there a little bit before 7 and it was snowing. And then it turned to sleet. Then it turned to rain. Then it went back to snow. It was off for well over an hour. Everybody stood outside in the rain, getting soaking wet, cold, miserable, wet feet. It was ridiculous. But we all stuck it out because we all wanted some great vinyl. After about 10 minutes of waiting, then Brian from Shamrock and Records and his buddy Mike showed up, which was great. We ended up hanging out together all day. Hit a couple of different record stores, went to lunch. It was great. We had a great time. I've been saving up for this record store day for a while now. I did a show a couple months ago, and I saved all that money that I made at the show. I also, in the meantime, bought a collection of records from somebody and sold a bunch of those. I cleaned them up and sold them individually, made some money from that, so I put that money aside. So I really had enough cash to get everything I wanted, which was really great. I can't get everything, but I got most things I was looking for, which turned out really well. Two things I'll show first off is the poster from the official beer of Record Store Day is Dogfish Head, and they had these posters that were given out. Love that. Very, very Grateful Dead kind of look to it. So that's pretty cool. And the store itself, Boneless Music, had their own poster for the day, and it said, "I found it at Record Store Day 2025. So glad. I was just glad I got there early." So that's another poster I got. There you go. Two posters from Record Store Day. I did a lot of jazz, which, if you watch my channel, I'm into, and some classic basic rock and roll, which I love. So let's get into it. Most of these I have not played yet. One or two I have, and I'll tell you about those as I get there. Most of them are still sealed, and I hopefully get to them next couple of days. First one was one of my favorite bands of all time, and it's Talking Heads, and this is their album Live on Tour in 1978. 2 LP, 45 RPM, recorded in Cleveland, Ohio, December 18th, 1978. A lot of songs, stuff, New Feelings, Psycho Killer, Take Me to the River, etc., etc. So sorry about all the glare, really looking forward to digging into this one soon. Next one is another live album, which I'm glad I picked up, and it's Elvis Costello, the Kings of America instead of King of America. Also a live album at the Royal Albert Hall, 1987. Just all the stuff, looking forward to digging into this for sure. A lot of the songs from King of America album, which is one of my favorite albums by the great Elvis Costello. Next one is one I actually did listen to this one. This is another live album, Ry Cooder live at the Main Point, 1972. I gotta say, it's good. I was a little disappointed. Complete November 1972 Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania solo set, available for the first time. Recorded November 19th, 1972 at Bryn Mawr College. It's okay. It's not bad, but it didn't set me on fire. It's okay. This one I played, and this one I really loved. This was just wonderful. And it's Mark Knopfler. And this is his one-take radio sessions, limited edition, 20th anniversary release, blah, 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 first time on vinyl. This was during his album Philadelphia, Sailing to Philadelphia. So it has all those songs on it. Trolleyman's Song, Back to Tupelo, Song for Sonny Liston, which I love. Boom Like That, Stand Up Guy, all recorded in one take. Yeah, very cool. I gotta say something about the difference between the rock albums and the jazz albums. With these rock albums, at least the Ry Cooder and this one, there's no information really. There's no booklet, there's nothing. Most of the jazz albums, you see, they give you a great booklet with all sorts of information about the recording session, about the musicians. These are just sort of, there you are. But this is a wonderful album. I really love this one. One Take Radio Sessions, Mark Knopfler. If you like Mark Knopfler, that's going to be a big one for you. Here's one I picked up because everybody talked about it. I haven't heard it yet, and I'm going to dig into this today. Bobby Charles. Record Store Day. New collection of rarities from 72 to 74. One of the reasons I got it, because Bobby Charles is a great songwriter and singer. But on here, besides him, there's Rick Danko, Levon Helm, Garth Hudson, Richard Manuel, Dr. John. Like I always say, if it's good enough for Dr. John, good enough for me. So really looking into digging into this one. Bobby Charles, Bearsville Studio Session. Bearsville's in Woodstock, New York. That's really cool. All right, the next one was my number one want for the day. And I ran in, and first thing I did is look for it, and I got the last copy at this particular store. So I was real happy to find it. And it's Mulligan Meets Monk, Thelonious Monk and Jerry Mulligan. I think recorded in 1956 or 57, with Mulligan on baritone sax, Monk on piano, Wilbur Ware on bass, Shadow Wilson on drums. Recorded August 12th and 13th, 1957. Fantastic. Just great recording and a great pressing of it. And it's on, they show the original Riverside label. Really hard to find at this point. You all know I'm a big Monk fan, so I was really happy to add this one into my collection. Craft Recording, they do a beautiful job on that one. And speaking of Monk, I had to grab Monk Live at the It Club. 2-record set, double live of Monk with Charlie Rouse on tenor sax, Larry Gales on bass, Ben Riley on drums. Haven't opened this up yet, but yeah, definitely looking to dig into this one soon. Can't let Monk go by. And sticking with the jazz, there were 2 releases by this gentleman, and I got this one, the less expensive of the 2. I think the other one was like almost $80. I just couldn't pull the trigger on that. But I got Charles Mingus at Monterey, 1964 performance. Big band with him. Yeah, looking forward to digging into this. Love me some Charles Mingus. Like I've said in my videos before, I was lucky enough when I was 16 years old to see him, 1965 at the Village Vanguard in New York City. They used to have Sunday matinees, and my buddy and the 2 of us were walking around Greenwich Village for the day. We always did when we were 15, 16 years old. Walked by the Village Vanguard, and there was a sandwich sign outside, matinees, Charles Mingus, and no brainer, we had to go. Anyway, another jazz one I'm really looking forward to is Nathan Davis, remastered from the original master tape, 180 AAA vinyl. Nathan Davis, Happy Girl. I have one other by him, which I really enjoyed. So, again, haven't dug into it yet, but looking forward to it. There he is. Nathan Davis. One more jazz album. Oh, 2 more, I'm sorry. This one is a compilation. I really wasn't thinking about getting it, but everybody was talking it up online. Mazzy, etc., was saying how wonderful it was. And it's Nightlights Jazz Dispensary. Love the cover. And if Saturday night is the loneliest night of the week, Moodsville is your destination. Willis Jackson, Arnett Cobb, Kenny Burrell, Gene Ammons, Clark Terry, Red Garland, Eddie Lockjaw Davis. Can't go wrong. So really, Nightlights. And that was all I could find at the first, at the first Bull Moose. We then went to another Bull Moose, which was near the main mall, and couldn't find anything there. I looked and looked, didn't pull the trigger on anything there. We then went to Newberry Comics at in the main mall, walked in, and Mike, Brian's friend, saw this and said, "I knew you were looking for this," and he grabbed it, and again, the last copy, and I didn't think I was going to get it because they didn't have it at the Bull Moose, and I found the Kenny Dorham, which I'm really looking forward to. I've heard so many great things about it, and this first-time release at the All-Star Band at Bronx Club at the Blue Bossa in the Bronx, live from the Blue Morocco. 180 Graham, 2 LPs, Sonny Red, Cedar Walton, Paul Chambers, Dennis Charles. Really looking to dig into this. Love Kenny Dorham. Really underrated trumpet player. There he is, Kenny. And this is numbered number 489 out of 3,000. But as we all know, those numbers are completely random. The first one off the press is not marked as number 1. They just take them off the press, put them in a stack, and just mark them numbers. So it's really not the 489th one off the press, but that doesn't matter. Kenny Dorham. Then we went to a local record store, Moody Lords in downtown Portland. And Brian saw this, and he was going to buy it. And they said, I already have one. I really don't need 2 copies. And I said, really? Oh, I'll take it. So I grabbed it. Again, haven't listened to it yet. But it's John Martin and Beverly Martin, The Road to Ruin. I can actually take this out of the sleeve, because there you go. I haven't heard this yet, but I really like John Martin. So this is from, no date on here. Nope, can't find a date. But there you go, John Martin and Beverly Martin. Also there at the same store, Moody Lords. I have a couple of these, but not this particular one. I think there's 6 or 8 in this collection they put out. And this is from Atlantic Records. This is Texas Guitar from Dallas to LA. And this features T-Bone Walker, Guitar Slim, etc. I have a number of these in the collection, but not all of them yet. And this happens to be a German pressing, which is sort of cool. So yeah, happy to add that to the collection. We then went to another place in Portland, Merchant Mills, which is sort of a merchant company. I'm sorry, they have sort of like a small antique mall, lots of different booths selling stuff, selling records. And I picked up one I've been looking for a while. Not that rare, but I haven't had a chance to find a decent copy. And it's Buffalo Springfield. And this is Last Time Around. It's an original fresh pressing with the envelope sleeve on the inside. But yeah, been looking to add this to my Buffalo Springfield collection, sort of round it out. On the Way Home, Pretty Girl Why, Carefree Country Day, I Am a Child, Kind Woman. Great stuff. Then I went back to Brian's place, hanging out for a while. We were so drenched, we were trying to dry off. And his buddy Mike had brought with him a bunch of records for Brian to go through. And Brian had gone through them, and Mike said, if you want to go through them, pick out a couple of records for yourself, feel free. So I couldn't resist. First one I found, really looking forward to this, Eric Von Schmidt. And this is his album, Who Knocked the Brahms Out of the Sky? And it is a white label promo on Smash. Eric Von Schmidt was sort of in the folk scene in Boston and New York, along with the Dave Van Ronk and those people. So yeah, big fan of Eric Von Schmidt. I have a number of his albums. So looking forward to digging into this one. And the fact that it's a white label promo is really extra bargain there. This one I've been looking for a while, and every time I see it, it's beat to hell. This copy is super clean, and it is the Youngbloods and their album Elephant Mountain. Haven't seen a clean copy in a long time. This one is really clean, so really appreciate that from Mike. And you all know Jesse Colin Young just passed away last month. Another jazz album that he had, and again, couldn't resist, Roland Hanna, piano player. This is with Gershwin Carmichael Katz, and the band has Larry Coryell, Chet Baker, Rufus Reed, Don Sebeski. That's all you need to know. Chet Baker, Larry Coryell. With Roland Hanna. So looking forward to CTI pressing. looking forward to digging into that one. Also in jazz, the great John Scofield. And this is his album Electric Outlet. This is from '84 on Graham Vision Records. I don't know. Oh, it's German pressing. Oh, cool. Learn something new every day. German pressing on that one. Produced in West Germany, so you know it's a certain time to be West Germany, not Germany. And what else is there? Something else in here. Oh, a little booklet from the record company. Cool. So yeah, John Scofield, great guitar player. I saw him literally a month before, like I think it was February of 2020, right, before everything sort of started shutting down here in Portland. He gave a great show. Great guitar player. And last but certainly not least, the great Keith Jarrett and his album with Dewey Redman, Charlie Hayden, and Paul Motion. His album Eye of the Heart, 2-record set, recorded in 1976 on ECM. You'll know the green ECM label. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. I did a lot, got a lot of records, basically everything I wanted. And we had a great time hanging out with Brian and his buddy Mike. Had a great lunch. Did a lot of record digging and had a great time. I hope everybody else out there got what they wanted and enjoyed the day. All the naysayers about Record Store Day, you don't like it? Don't go. Don't give me a hard time about me going, though. And all the people that did go and enjoy themselves, I hope they had a great time. All right? If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, peace.